Good day, viewers. So for this video, I'm going to teach you how to create and simulate a PLC program by just using your smartphone or mobile phone. So this is a very good platform since not everyone can afford to have their laptop or personal computer in which they can install a PLC software and practice PLC programming. So I'm going to close this program first, or this application, and I'm going to open the Play Store and search for the application that we're going to need or we're going to use. So just search MacroPLC. Yan. So this is the program that we're going to use. So if you don't have it yet, and you want to learn it from this video, just download it first. If you notice, there are also some PLC ladder simulator available, but right now my favorite is the Macro PLC because it is very direct, easy to use, and perfect for beginner who wants to learn how to program a PLC. This is less complicated than the other application. For me, this is just my opinion. Since I already downloaded it, I'm just going to close the Play Store. And this is the application that we're going to access, the Macro PLC. So I press it right now. Okay. If you notice that the message is not in English, so for now, just click on the continuer. Yan. So when we start the application, we can see that it already have a very simple program. So this is the very simple program I'm talking about. We have ENT00 and out SAL00. This ENT00 is designated for our toggle switch. So where is the toggle switch? So I am highlighting it right now. The black one is the toggle switch and the red one is a push button. So again, I said that this ENT00 is dedicated for the first toggle switch. So if you notice, if I press the toggle switch, it will be highlighted in blue color, indicating that that program or that part of the program is energized. Now, if notice this out SAL00, the one I am highlighting or pressing right now, this is dedicated for our light bulb or the first light bulb located at the lower left portion of my screen. Okay, so every time I press the toggle switch, the ENT00 will be highlighted in color blue. A straight line will also be highlighted in color blue or changes color into blue. And then the out SAL00 from gray will be highlighted into light blue. So every time this out SAL00 is highlighted or energized, our light bulb or the first light bulb will also be energized. Okay. But this is a very simple program. Probably the most simple program that we can create. But I think it is better for us to learn how to program from scratch. It is better if we don't have an initial program available on our screen. So we can actually delete it so that we can start from scratch. So how do we delete this program? Just press on the part you want to delete and then notice this trash can icon. Press it and then accept. Then select the other one that you want to delete. Press again the trash can button and then accept. But the better method in which you want to start from the beginning with no program is to press this plus icon located on the upper right of my screen. Okay. So I am highlighting it right now. If I press it, again, the message is not in English, but just press OK. Yan. So if you notice, no program is present on the screen. Okay. Or we can see a blank sheet for our programming side. Now, if I'm going to create the program similar to the program we see initially when we start the application, so I'm going to have a dedicated program for the first toggle switch. So how do I do that? I just press on this part and then select this icon. Let's just say that this is the normally open icon, and since push buttons and toggle switch are considered as an input devices, so we will select the input, this one. I am highlighting it right now, and then again I'm going to use the first toggle switch. So if you notice, we have I0.0 located at the lower part or after the toggle switch. We see the I0.0. So that is the address that we are going to use. So I selected I, and then I choose 0.0. So we have I0.0 and press accept. Okay. So again, I said before that the ENT00 is designated for our first toggle switch. So that is the address for that. So when I toggle the switch, we see that it is highlighted. Sorry for that. And since we don't have a straight connection at the end of our rung, so no light bulb is turned on, or no light bulb is being turned on every time I press the toggle switch. So if I want to add a line going to this, let's just say going to this circle, okay, so I just select that part and then select the line icon and accept. Again, select that part, the second part in which we're going to add the line, select the line icon and then accept. But the easier way is just press the part we want to start to have a line and then slide your finger and up to the end. Okay. So this is easier. And then how do we add a program in which we have a dedicated address where we can turn on the first bulb? Okay. So for our output device, right now the available in this application is only light bulb. So if I want the Q0.0, the first bulb, to be turned on, I press the circle and then select an option. This one, I'm going to press this one, and then bit operation, select out, copy to out. Okay. And after that, you can see that it is changed to out, copy to out, and then the output device are light bulbs. So for that, for the address that we need to select Q. Okay, notice that we can also see Q on this lower part of the screen for the output devices. So again, for the first bulb, we see that the address is Q0.0. So I select Q and then 0.0 and then accept. Okay. So this program is completely similar to the first program we see when we open the application. So when I press the toggle switch, the ENT00 is energized, the outsal00 is energized, so the first bulb is also turned on or energized. So we have a feature in this application in which we can change the toggle switch into push buttons, and we can also change the color of our light bulb. So first, what we're going to do is press this color green gear icon, and then if I want to change the first toggle switch into a push button, I'm just going to select this one. I prefer the green light. I just press and hold and then drag it to the switch that I want to replace. Okay. And then if you want to exit, press again the gear icon. Okay. So now we have a momentary push button instead of toggle switch. So what's the difference? So when we press the toggle switch, I'm going to press I0.1, this one. When we press that, it will retain its position in on. And when I press it again, it will go back to its off position. But for the momentary push button, if I press this one, it will remain on. But if I remove my finger pressing the button, it will also be turned off at the same time. It is not retaining its position. Okay. So I'm pressing it right now. I remove my finger, it will be de-energized. So that's the difference between a toggle switch and momentary push button. Now if we want to change the color of the light bulb, so the options right now is green, yellow, and red. So if I want to choose color green, okay, I'm just going to press again, drag it, and place it to the bulb that I want to replace the color. And then press the gear icon. Okay. So if I press it right now, you will notice that the green light is turned on. Now, if I want to add a program in which if I press the I0.7 or this red push button, the third bulb will be turned on. So the third bulb is addressed as Q0.0. Notice that the address starts from 0. So we have Q0.0, Q0.1, and Q0.2. So which means that the third bulb is addressed as Q0.2, not Q0.3. Okay, so I'm going to create a program in which when I press the I0.7 momentary push button, again the Q0.2 or the third bulb will be turned on. Okay, so I select the first part on the number 2 and then select again the normally open, select the input, and this is I0.7, so I press I and then select 0.7 and accept. Okay, so if I press this I0.7 momentary push button, you will see that ENT07 is energized. And then again, I'm going to press, hold, and then slide to create a continuous line up to the end. And then select the circle, press select an option, copy to out, select Q, and again I want to turn on the third bulb, which is addressed as Q0.2. Okay. Now if we're going to simulate, I'm going to press again the ENT0.7 and notice that the third bulb is turned on. If I want to change it, let's say I want to change it to color red, so just drag the red bulb and it will be replaced. So if I want to change the push button, the red, into a toggle switch, just drag and hold and place it into the location that we want to change. Okay. Although the problem with changing the color of the bulb, sometimes it is hard to distinguish if it's turned on or turned off, especially if the video resolution is not that good. So if you change your mind, instead of the Q0.2, you want the Q0.3 to be turned on, it is easy. Select again the out sal02, and then just instead of 0.2, select 0.3. Okay, accept. So notice that instead of the third bulb, the fourth bulb is being turned on. Okay, and if I want to switch instead of the I0.7, I'm going to use the I0.1, so no problem with that. Press the ENT07 icon. Instead of 0.7, we're going to use 0.1. Okay, so I'm going to press the I0.7, so nothing happens because this device is not used anymore. This is not the address for this is not being used. So instead, we use the address to access the I0.1. Okay. Now, if we want to stop our programming activity or exercise, but later on we want to add additional or add another rank for it, for the program to be more complex, or if we want to continue this programming on the other time, so we have an option to save this progress. So how do we save the progress that we have? So I am highlighting it right now, the icon that we're going to press on the upper left portion of the screen. So when I press it, okay, right now all the slots are already being utilized by me, but for the sake of our video, I'm going to delete the save program on slot number 8. Okay, so how to delete that? The save icon with letter X, I'm going to select that. Okay, so right now this is an empty slot. So how do I save my program? So I'm going to close it right now. I did not save it yet. I'm going to press again the icon. For the slot 8, it is empty. Notice that the save icon has an arrow down, so that is for the save. Okay, so when you press that, you can choose the diagram name that you want. So let's just say that this is demo 1. Okay, so I'm going to close it right now. I'm going to close the application and then open it again. I'm going to press the continuer. So if you see, this is the initial program that we usually see when we access the application. But if I want to load the previously saved file that I have done, again press this part. Okay, and then it is on slot 8. So if we're going to load it, press the save icon with arrow up, this one. This is what we need to press in order to load the program. Okay, but notice that every time we reset the or open and close the application, or close and open the application, the initial set of input and output device will be back to its original status. Okay, the original status is 7 toggle switch and 1 push button, and for the output device, no pre-selected color when we start the application. Okay, we have many different programs that we can create in this application. So I'm going to load one of my previous program. So I have created a traffic light. I'm going to load it. Okay, so I'm going to change the push button or the toggle switch into push button. for the first part, and then notice that when I press it, I just press it once, and automatically the three light is being turned on simultaneously while turning off the previous one. Okay, I am simulating a program for traffic light, although this is a faster version because this is just for uh, study purposes. Okay, probably on our succeeding video tutorial, I'm going to discuss how to create this program. But for now, I think we should end the first video. For the second video, I am planning to show you what is the equivalent PLC program for the logic gates AND gate, OR gate, NOT function, NAND, NOR, and XOR. So it has an equivalent program on the PLC. If you are familiar with that on the logic application topic. So I am going to end this video. Thank you for watching this.